Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Hover. Today I'm here with a powder type compact foundation, which is finally for those of you who have oily skin and living in humid area. And it is the Chosunga22 Baunsup Pact. It has SPF 30 and PA++. And basically Chosunga is a makeup artist who used to be a top celebrity artist. Not really so much now because 정샘물 is sort of like higher on the rank currently, but Chosunga used to be one of the top artists back in the days. And Chosunga's actually launched her previous brand, which was Chosunga22, which she sold on home shopping service, television shopping service, and she was super successful and she gave up. I think she sold the brand Luna and she now has her own brand Chosunga with makeup products, especially like foundation and base makeup. And also she is also known for her skincare line, which is rather unique and very unheard of. A lot of things are very trendy. I feel like even if she's not leading the trend, she used to be always the first one to come up on the market. For example, like black cream, like skincare products using, black colored ingredients, and the actual product is black. When you put on the face, it's like blackish. And she's tried a lot of different and innovative stuffs when it came to her cosmetic line, and now she is, I'm not sure if this is the most current one. I think so though, but anyway, this is a powder foundation. You can use it as a finishing powder, but I recommend using it as powder foundation if you're not looking for high coverage. And let me open it up for you. It's got a mirror and it has a really plain spongy applicator that I've used on this side, as you can see. And it's got a plastic separator. It's a pretty rigid separator. And this is the product. Now, I'm not sure if the color is showing well. On the pan it looks pretty yellowy beige. It's like pinkish yellowy beige, so you would think it's pretty neutral, but on the face I felt, maybe because I have really yellow skin, on the face I felt that it was quite pink. The actual product itself, it's a really buttery kind of powder. I tried the Chanel Le Beige compact powder. I feel that it's pretty similar. So let me just do this. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's quite different from other powder compacts. Like this one, for example, this is the Etude House Shiny Star Clear Pact. It's not supposed to have coverage, but I just want to show you the difference in consistency. It's a really fine powder consistency. So this is the Etude House Compact Powder. As you can see, it is really finely milled, this one. And this is the Chosunga22 Baunsup Pact. I'm not sure if you can really see it, but it has a little bit more gluiness. It's a little bit in between cream and powder, compact powder, but leaning way more on the powdery side. So it clings to the skin better. It's a little bit more, it's a little bit less drying, can I say, on the skin than this Shiny Star Clear Pact, which I'm going to talk about really soon in another video that I'm going to make. Now, I'm not sure if you can see on the video, this powder has really tiny little shimmers so that it catches the light better. It helps making your skin look a little bit more shiny. Not shiny, but a little bit more glowy. As you can see, under my lighting, it glows quite a lot. It glows nicely under the natural light, under the sun as well. And especially if you have oily skin, it'll work very nicely with the oil on your face to make this sort of like glowy look on your face. But just because it's not too matte on the skin, it does not mean that it's moisturizing. I really recommend that you use it if you have oily skin. What I feel is that although I have slightly oily skin in summer, my skin is still not oily enough, so I would put a pretty rich moisturizer on my face first, and then this one, this Espoir Sun Cream, which is also pretty moisturizing. Unless your face is just raining with facial oil, I suggest not to use mattifying primers. I tried using this Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer underneath, and it just looked a little bit cakey even with the smallest amount, so I didn't really like how it made my skin look with the primer. So before you try this product on, make sure that your skin is super moisturized, a little bit rich on the oily side. Number 2, make sure that your skin tone matches nicely. If you're going for yellow toned products, I don't really think that this shade is good. And thirdly, make sure that you're not going to expect too much when it comes to the coverage, because the coverage is really little. I would say little to medium, just because it does help me balance out the uneven tone of my skin. But you will see after my demo that it doesn't cover up my little zit over here. It's an exit. It's a little bit of a blemish that's left over, and it doesn't cover that up that nicely. And if you're going to put some kind of foundation on, just like it's not going to help if you put a matte primer on, make sure that you use a moisturizing or slightly oily foundation before you put this on. I've seen people with really oily skin saying that it works nicely with the Misha Radiance foundation, which is very yellow toned, and it's supposed to be a little bit matte, not the mattest foundation on the earth, but it's not oily. So if you have really oily skin, maybe you can try with slightly matte or dry foundations, but of course it always depends on your skin. And also lastly, make sure that your skin is exfoliated, that your blackheads are taken care of, your whiteheads are taken care of. You really do have to start on a really smooth surface. I feel that it's the case for every powder product or any matte product, because it is bound to just emphasize, you know, little cracks and a little bit of peelings and all of that. So make sure that you take care of those before you put it on. But besides that, I'm really happy with this. It lasts me quite long if I'm not sweating. When I sweat, what I like about this is that it's really easy to touch up. When I sweat, I just blot very slightly. I don't dry my skin out completely with tissue or blotting paper or whatever. Just really slightly blot, because you will need some oil to mix with, to work with the powder. So blot very lightly, just sort of, if you're really sweaty like I get sweaty, just, you know, really light blotting will do. And just very gently making sure that you're watching how much you're putting on. Just dab on the surface you want to touch up, and you should be fine. When it comes to sweating, I sweat like I went out with this on for about an hour, and I swear it's so hot and it's humid. I'm sweating. I sweat like crazy. My friend offered me her handkerchief because I was so sweaty, and when I blotted my face with the handkerchief, I was really worried that my makeup would transfer, but there is hardly any transfer, so I was really happy with that. It just melts a little bit, goes away very slightly, just a few touch-ups and it should be fine. So I am just loving this for this phase of summer when it's just all about sweat and, you know, all about humidity. And if you buy this for its original price, it comes in a set of other things, and you know, it gets a little bit expensive, so I recommend that you search for this product. I will type out the Korean name for this product in the description box below so that you can search on Gmarket. I recommend that you buy on Korean free markets like Gmarket or 11th Street or wherever, auction, wherever. And for me, I got this for 27,001-ish, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, that's it, and please stay tuned for the demo. First, I'm going to put some more moisturizer on. I have a moisturizing toner on right now. I'm going to use the CNP Ultra Moisturizer, which is a very, very good moisturizer. It's a little bit rich, so that I can sort of make my skin oily, if you know what I mean. Then let me take out the Baunsup Compact Foundation. This is the puff it comes with. It's your ordinary powder puff, you know, the spongy puffs. Get some on like this. So you can see how unyellow it is, how it cancels out the yellowiness of my skin here, which I wish it was a little bit more yellow so that it's more natural. And I'm gonna do the nose. The point is to really just stamping on the skin instead of, you know, making streaks, because this is a powder. You're just really laying over the powder. Otherwise it'll only accentuate the cracks and, you know, little dead skin cells and peels and all of that. I thought that my skin was a little bit dry and unexfoliated today, and it's really showing on the skin. Forehead. There. So here, this side is the side that I've put on the Baunsup Pact. As you can see, let me a little bit more here. As you can see, it is quite matte when you look at it. It's not as much of wet glow, but it's got a bit of, it's still got a bit of that glow a little bit. I like that it's not too matte. It sort of works with the oil on your skin to make it look a little bit more like you have a good skin because of the sheen. And although I wish that it was a little bit more yellow, considering that this is the brighter shade, this is the number 1 light beige, there is natural beige, which is shade number 2. I haven't tested shade number 2. It's hard to get testers for this product, but I'm sure it's quite a bit darker. So if you have slightly tan skin for Korean, so if you maybe live in Southeast Asia, maybe if you have a slightly fair skin for East Asians, I'm not really sure if my wording is correct, but you know, if you have slightly darker skin than me, then maybe it can work. Number 2 can work for you. Just going to finish the other side of the face. Let me show you the close-ups of my skin. I have currently some trouble spots here. So as you can see, the coverage is really poor. And I'm not sure if you can see, but I have a little bit of whiteheads over here, and you can see that a little bit. In the case of whiteheads, of course, you have to get rid of them first, even more so if you have blackheads. If you feel that your nose is peeling, you know, maybe you've exfoliated maybe too much, I suggest that you put a little bit more moisturizer on and then just press really gentle facial tissue, blot it a little bit, not too much though, really gently, so that you do have some oil there, making sure that it's not full of blackheads, because it will show bumps of blackheads. And if you put the powder on, you know, just minding how much you put on, it should look alright. Alright guys, before you ask me in the comment box, I am wearing on my lips Etude House Color Pop Tint in number 10 Rosy Pop, which is a really pretty color. I'll also be talking about this very soon. And yeah, I hope this really helped. I always think that it's, if you're going to ever invest in anything makeup, first you really do have to invest in a good skincare, and secondly I would say base makeup, and third would be a good mascara. But a good base makeup is really important. That's why I don't have a lot of BB cream reviews, because for me, I don't feel that they live up to my expectations. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye!